All eyes will be on Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who will address the nation on Tuesday morning and is likely to announce the lockdown extension to combat coronavirus. However, agriculture and the industry sectors are likely to get some relief. The lockdown 2.0, how is it going to be different from the first 21 days of the lockdown? Take a look at this report.
It's the all-important address that will decide India's future course on the lockdown and the COVID-19 fight. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the nation on Tuesday morning, the last day of the 21-day nationwide lockdown. The Prime Minister's office tweeted about Modi's fourth video message the entire country is waiting for. India today has learnt that the centre is planning partial relief for agriculture and industry sectors. The government is all set to work with large industries for staggered resumption of work. India today has accessed exclusive details of the Confederation of Indian Industry proposal to the group of ministers led by Rajnath Singh. The industry body has proposed calibrated and safe exit from the lockdown subject to geographical spread of COVID-19. The industry group has proposed classifying India as red, amber and green based on the incidence of COVID cases. Areas with no cases may be marked green, allowing unfettered travel. Restrictions may be in place for amber zones, while full lockdown will continue in the red zones. The proposal says that all facilities that will reopen must have requisite health, sanitation and screening systems in place to protect workers. According to the CII proposal, manufacturing, e-commerce and construction may be permitted to open up partially, perhaps 25% to begin with in the first phase. In phase 2, all other sectors could be restarted with 25% resumption initially, which may be scaled up to 50% and eventually 100%. The CII has also proposed a two-fold economic package and fiscal expansion directed towards the bottom of the pyramid and enhanced credit to industry through banks. The centre is also considering industry proposal to bring back the migratory workforce, which abandoned the urban area soon after the lockdown was announced.
All eyes are on the much-awaited speech by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday. Whether there will be any sort of relaxation in certain key sectors is something to watch out for. But as India enters a decisive phase 2 of lockdown, there is much more to wait and watch for. With camera person Kirpal, this is Kamaljeet Sandhu in Delhi for India Today.
All right, sources in the government of India are indicating that there will be no resumption of international commercial flights till April 30th. Also, regular visas, e-visas for all foreigners stranded in India will be extended till April 30th. Rahul Shrivastava, National Affairs Editor, India Today, with more details on this. Rahul, as far as the mass-scale public transport is concerned, be it rail, airways, or large-scale bus transport within the country and outside as well, that is something that the government will take its time as far as the resumption goes.
Yes, Ankit, the picture which is emerging right now is that the Prime Minister, when he speaks tomorrow, may present a broad national picture. He had talked about Jaan Bhi, Jahan Bhi, which means that certain amount of relaxation and exemptions will be announced. It will be likely to be a short speech. But I don't think it's going to be that there is going to be a major lifting of lockdown. It's going to be there at least till for 2 weeks on April 30th. The fact remains that this time around, with standard operating procedures, certain amount of exemptions to industry, agriculture and several others are likely. But it will be that no social distancing protocol can be breached. And when it comes to travel, that's one key. You see, for example, there are nearly 1 crore people if they travel in a month in India. Even if you bring it down to 1/3 levels to create 1/3 spacing, that will mean that something over 30 lakh people movement will start in the country. Also, railways, very difficult to ensure social distancing given the character of Indian railways. Also, interstate transport movement, interstate public transport is a problem because state governments themselves are very averse to the idea of people from one state, suspected cases, can be migrating to another state. And that is why interstate transport, large-scale public movement is something one will have to wait and see. Otherwise, definitely lockdown 2.1 will come in with certain amount of exemptions. The central government has made it one thing clear: no international travel, by extending the regular and e-visas of those foreigners who are in India.
Thank you, Rahul, for joining us with all those details. Meanwhile, in wake of spiking coronavirus cases in the country, the government might extend the lockdown till April 30th. However, the government might give some relaxation during the lockdown and divide the country into 3 categories: red, orange, green zones. Agriculture activities are also set to be allowed in green zones and orange zones with strict maintenance of social distance. But the farmers are still worried.
The lockdown has severely disrupted India's agricultural sector. Now, with an extension being on the cards, there are worries that India's most vulnerable will suffer, without any government relief to restart farm activities. The agriculture sector employs nearly half of the workforce in the country, contributing 17.5% of the GDP. While the government has assured restarting of harvest, many farmers who have standing rabi crop fear uncertainty. In Bihar's Gopalganj, absence of farm workers are forcing entire families to salvage the produce.
कोरोना करते मजदूर मिलत नहीं थे ये उम्र में हमने काटतन सर का करी सर का करी 4 वर्ष सवा साल में से कहीं मजदूर मिलत नहीं थे का करी सर
आदमी मिलत नहीं थे मजदूर भी बड़े सब बाहर बड़े थे वो फसले बड़े तो का कोई मजबूरी में काटे का पता ना तो हम के काल भूखमरी होके लगी तो के दी सरकार का रवैया तो यह बटे खाली घोषणा होता का मिलत कुछ नहीं के गरीब के मजदूर भी नहीं के मिलत हम के करी सन मजबूरी में हो गया आदमी करे पड़ता.
In Haryana's Gohana, farmers are staring at huge financial losses, owing to untimely rain and hailstorms apart from lockdown blues.
ऐसी हालात हमारी इसी आ रही है कि हमने सरकार से मुआवजा भी हुआ किया था, अब तक कोई मुआवजा नहीं मिला. जल्दी जल्दी हमें मुआवजा मिलना चाहिए इस ताकि हम अपना किसान अपना कहीं से ले लें.
कि मैं उड़ा नहीं पीट दिया कि बेमौसम बारिश ने सरकार तो लॉकडाउन लाए बैठी है ये जमींदार लॉकडाउन ला दिया राम ने ला दिया.
In Uttarakhand's Udham Singh Nagar, the fields of marigold are in bloom, but the farmers are worried. With no means to sell, the flowers are now being dumped.
फूल के मार्केट जैसे हल्द्वानी, बरेली, मुरादाबाद, रुद्रपुर, मेरा माल यही इसी जगह पे जाता है. तो ये लॉकडाउन की वजह से मैं अपने ज़िले से दूसरे ज़िले पे ले नहीं सका, इसी वजह से ये पूरा बर्बाद है.
India's peak farm activity happens between April and June. This is when the winter crop, wheat, rice and pulses is harvested and sold. It is also peak season for fruits. While the government has assured that every grain food will be brought, but it will need a mammoth effort. Bureau Report, India Today.
While the government is briefing, in the government's briefing today, it stated that total number of COVID-19 cases in the country has now risen to 9,152 and the death count has jumped to 308. The Health Ministry informed that the first installment of rapid testing kits will arrive by Wednesday. The government added 39 domestic manufacturers were making PPE kits and states are being given it. They are being rationed so that an equal distribution can take place.
अब तक अराउंड 857 लोग रिकवर हो चुके हैं और उनको हॉस्पिटल से डिस्चार्ज किया जा रहा है. इसके साथ ही अगर आप देखें तो एक ही दिन के अंदर 141 लोग जो रिकवर हुए हैं हमारे यहाँ पर. अगर पॉजिटिव केसेस और रिपोर्टेड डेथ्स की स्थिति अगर हम देखें तो टोटल 9,152 पॉजिटिव केसेस आए हैं. टोटल 308 डेथ रिपोर्ट हुई हैं और एक दिन के तहत देखें तो 796 पॉजिटिव केसेस एडिशनल आए हैं और इसके साथ ही टोटल 35 एडिशनल डेथ्स देश में रिपोर्ट की गई हैं. इसके साथ ही मैं आप लोगों की दृष्टि में लाना चाहूँगा कि एक पॉजिटिव डेवलपमेंट फील्ड स्थाई पर जो हमारा जिला एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, जो हमारे फ्रंटलाइन वर्कर्स काम कर रहे हैं, उसके रिजल्ट दिखने भी लगे हैं। आज अगर हम देखें तो 15 राज्यों में 25 जिलों में, उसमें पिछले 14 दिन से, जबकि वहां पर इससे पहले की पॉजिटिव केसेस आए थे, तो पिछले 14 दिनों से कोई भी पॉजिटिव केसेस रिकॉर्ड नहीं हुए हैं। स्टेट रूरल लाइवलीहुड मिशन के तहत 27 राज्यों में 78,000 के करीब हमारे जो सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप मेंबर्स हैं, उनके द्वारा अब तक 1.96 करोड़ मास्क का प्रोडक्शन किया जा चुका है। सरकार ने कोरोना वायरस इन्फेक्शन के रिस्क असेसमेंट के लिए नागरिक के लिए एक आरोग्य सेतु एप्लीकेशन का भी लॉन्च किया है। यह एप्लीकेशन 11 लैंग्वेजेस में उपलब्ध है। इसके अब तक 3.45 करोड़ डाउनलोड्स हो चुके हैं। इसके द्वारा एक कॉमन सिटीजन अगर इस एप्लीकेशन को डाउनलोड करते हैं तो ना ही वो अपना रिस्क असेसमेंट कर सकते हैं, इसके साथ ही अगर इस एप्लीकेशन को सभी लोगों ने डाउनलोड किया हो तो उनको अगर वो किसी पॉजिटिव या उस टाइप के आदमी के पास जाएंगे तो उनको एक रिक्वायर्ड अलर्ट भी मिलेगा। तो मेरी आप सबसे ये रिक्वेस्ट है कि यह एप्लीकेशन जो ब्लूटूथ टेक्नोलॉजी, एल्गोरिथम और AI बेस्ड टेक्नोलॉजी को यूज करके बनाई गई है, इसको कृपया करके सब लोग डाउनलोड करें और इसका फायदा उठाएं।
दूसरी बात, चाइना से कुछ किट आ रहे हैं क्या? वो शायद 15 तारीख को पहला कंसाइनमेंट पहुंचेगा, ऐसा हमको जो बोला गया है। 15 तारीख को थोड़े किट्स आएंगे।
Now, staying home and maintaining social distance are the only two things that you can do to keep yourself safe from coronavirus and also protect others. Now, this message is still, after almost 3 weeks of lockdown, is lost on some people who continue to flout all guidelines, putting themselves and others at risk. This time, it's 2 BJP netas from Karnataka who triggered anger because of their absolutely callous attitude towards the lockdown.
Joking about social distancing while relaxing in a swimming pool with his kids. Karnataka's Minister for Medical Education K. Sudhakar tops the list of those who've set a bad example this week. As India battles the pandemic, this tone-deaf attempt at humor triggered massive outrage. The minister deleted the tweet after the backlash. Now Karnataka Congress chief has hit out at the BJP Mantri for behaving irresponsibly and has demanded Sudhakar's resignation.
A minister himself do such type of conduct is a question here. I think he will, with his moral responsibility, he may tender his resignation.
Karnataka MLAs seem to be topping the charts in flouting lockdown rules. On Saturday, MLA Masala Jayaram threw a big birthday bash for himself. Not only did the MLA celebrate at a school ground in Tumkur, he served biryani to hundreds of people who had gathered there, including children and senior citizens. No social distancing guidelines were followed. An FIR has been filed against 3 of the MLA's supporters, but shockingly not against the offender MLA Jairam himself. Why has the MLA not been booked is a question that continues to baffle. And it's not just the netas, of course. Callousness seems to be infecting the common person too. Take, for example, these men on the streets of Old Delhi. Despite the nation being in lockdown, it probably was too difficult for them to follow the rules. They had to be forced back inside by the police.
भाग जाते हैं तो बाल में पुलिस देख के चले जाते हैं। फालतू यहाँ घूम रहे थे इसलिए भगाया आपने। आए फजूल में घूमते हैं, गलियों से निकल के आ जाते हैं घरों से।
And in another shocking incident in the capital, a man in Old Delhi's Lahori Gate area spat at a police constable who questioned him about roaming on the streets. Violating lockdown rules and not following social distancing are absolutely criminal in the time of coronavirus. While those setting a bad example show that they are absolutely uncaring about what's going on, you must stay home and stay safe. Bureau Report, India Today.
The nationwide lockdown has led to an abrupt decline in the number of cremations. In fact, death due to the road accidents and crimes have seen a significant decline. Crematoriums, as a result, are witnessing less number of, in fact, bodies and people coming in. Take a look at this ground report.
The nationwide lockdown is yielding several unexpected results. Cremation grounds across the country are no more busy. The number of bodies arriving at cremation grounds has seen a significant decline. One of the reasons for fewer deaths could be attributed to fewer road accidents. Bhopal's Piplani, which usually records high number of accidents, hasn't seen any ever since the lockdown was enforced.
पर डे 3 से 4 FIR होती थी सभी अपराधों की। एक माह में लगभग 7 से 8 एक्सीडेंटल केस होते थे और अभी लगभग एक ही माह होने में है, अभी कोई भी एक्सीडेंटल केस नहीं है।
Bhopal's biggest cremation ground in Subhash Nagar has witnessed at least a 50% decline in bodies.
संस्कारों की संख्या कम होने की हो गई है और छोला पर 151 संस्कार हुए थे अपना मार्च में और सुभाष नगर में 225 संस्कार हुए थे, जो अब जाकर के कम हुए संस्कार करीब 50-60 संस्कारों का अंतर आया है इसमें।
The situation is no different at cremation grounds in Jaipur.
अभी कम आ रहे हैं बॉडी
कोरोना की वजह से।
हाँ जी तो आते हैं तो कोई 2-4 आदमी आते हैं उसके साथ में, बॉडी के साथ में।
India Today's reporters visited various hospitals in Jaipur. The number of deaths reported at these hospitals is down from over 3,000 in February to just over 250 in April.
Earlier, we used to get at least 30 to 40 patients per day, which included patients of road traffic accidents, assaults, and falls. And there was a great mortality in these patients. Now this number of admissions has reduced to 7, 8 or 10 per day.
Varanasi's Mahashamshan Ghat catered to people from neighbouring districts as well. Now with the borders sealed, visitors are few.
ये जब से लॉकडाउन हुआ है उस समय से तो 100 का आना बहुत ही कम हो गया है। यहाँ पर भी लॉकडाउन की स्थिति घाट पर भी हो गई है कि बॉडी बहुत कम आ रहा है, दिन भर में 5-10 बॉडीज आ जा रही हैं।
In the capital's biggest cremation ground, Nigambodh Ghat, number of cremations has halved.
लॉकडाउन की वजह से एक कारण है जी, अपने जो ये एक्सीडेंट वगैरह की जो बॉडी आती थी वो बंद हो गई है। जब गाड़ियां नहीं चलेंगी तो एक्सीडेंट होगा ही नहीं।
With Ravish in Bhopal, Sharat in Jaipur and Sanjay Sharma in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, coronavirus has affected almost all aspects of daily life across the globe. People have been asked to stay at home. Travel is down and businesses are struggling. But pawn sites are now doing brisk business. There is a complete increase in traffic and Indians are playing a major role in this. Let's find out more in this report.
As India's 1.3 billion are stuck at home due to the lockdown, guess what Indians are smashing global records in? Watching TV? No. Doing exercise? No. Playing games with family members? Not really. Because while in lockdown, Indians are actually watching more internet pornography than ever before. Yes, you heard us right. According to data released by Pornhub, the world's biggest porn site, India has registered a 95% spike in traffic to adult sites during the 3-week lockdown, the highest in the world. Although several Indian telecom operators have blocked a number of adult sites, including Pornhub, their content can still be accessed on mirror domains. India has seen a record surge, but people living in other countries are pretty much flocking to porn sites too. Most of Europe is under a heavy lockdown, but that doesn't stop people of Italy and Spain, the worst affected from COVID-19, from browsing adult content like never before. Italy has seen a spike of 55% in adult content consumption, while Spanish traffic to porn sites went up to above 60% during the lockdown period. As more and more countries announce their lockdowns, porn sites have begun offering free subscriptions to their viewers. Perhaps the reason why people are watching it like never before. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, so we've come to the end of this edition, but before we in fact leave you, I just once again want to bust some myths, the facts on few of the misinformation that has been doing round on in fact India Today. Let's just take a look at a few of these in fact fact checks that our anti-fake news war room has put out. There was a claim that some countries are throwing corona-infected people into the sea with a picture, in fact, with it. What is the reality? The video shows migrants being rescued from the sea. This is, from the migrant crisis in Syria. And this is, in fact, the video which shows that the migrants were being rescued. So the claim that people are throwing bodies into the sea of corona-infected people, absolutely false, as has been found by our anti-fake news war room. Apart from that, in fact, let's just take a look at another fact check that we have got for you. Poor Indians stranded during the coronavirus lockdown. This was the picture that was accompanied by it. This viral image is from Immigration Center in Malaysia. It's not even from India. So please, please don't believe such rumors. This is absolutely false, as has been checked by the India Today anti-fake news war room. Let's just take a look at one more in fact claim. Man selling donated rations at a grocery shop in India. Remember, there are a lot of NGOs and government in fact working for subsidized ration. This is a viral video from Pakistan which has been peddled as a video from India. This is absolutely false yet again. So all these claims have no truth in them. Stay tuned to India Today for the most authentic and reliable information. With that, we are slipping into a very short break. Rajdeep Sardesai with more information on the coronavirus up next.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.